first bit happened. Hiya, so I've talked about the front end of the horse in a video, and I've talked about the hind end of a horse, but today we're going to talk about the middle part. So this is Lizzie, and this is a friend who's coming over. They'll just mooch about. And Lizzie had kissing spine surgery. How long ago was it?
2.5, yeah, nearly 3 years ago.
Yeah, about 3 years ago. And I've been working on Lizzie about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I came into her, I could see that on her back she hadn't lifted. And often we think of, so it's going to be more about kissing spine that I'm going to talk about, and form and function, and rehabbing a horse after kissing spine. And often owners are told once the surgery's done, we can do a little bit of groundwork and then everything's back to normal. But we have to think of the horse's form and function was not normal before the kissing spine. A, it was because of the kissing spine, or the not normal function ended up creating the kissing spine. So, you know, we do know it can be hereditary, but often a lot of times it's the movement of the horse that creates it. So Lizzie has had ligament snip on T14, T15, T16. So when we look at a horse moving, we often look at a horse and we think the hind foot has to step into the front foot. But what happens is the right hind will swing round like this, and then it will go down onto the left fore. So the right hind does a lot more movement than the left, which then, if you can think of through the body, instead of doing this, we're going to think of this. So Lizzie just having a go at her, not me. So when there is sort of had kissing spine surgery, and with the ligament snip, you know, ligament bone to bone, they often think that the ligament is null and void because the bone is close together, so it is no longer doing its job. But often that ligament is attached up to somewhere else as well, so we have to think of that. So when this right hind is driving through here in like a spiral way, how do we know what's underneath there? Is there scar tissue? There's going to be scar tissue. Any surgery site has internal scar tissue. So then does that form and function of that motion then get blocked, and then maybe blocked here? So then the body has to go, well, hang on a minute, we have to think of something else. You know, we have to look like normal, so we're just going to have to recruit other stuff. So often my advice for horses after kissing spine surgery, I say it at least takes 18 months to get some sort of normality, or you know where you are, you know whether you can carry on or you know whether you stop. Regular body work is the key, and a set of exercises. So we had a certain set of exercises, 5 exercises that were done every day. And Lizzie's owner is really good because she does the exercises, because I can tell when I work on the horse. And then it was about 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, we noticed that she was loading onto that right fore. Lizzie's owner had sent me, Kelly, well, don't mind calling. So Kelly had sent me, I think it was a video or a still, and I could see that right fore, I'll just stand out of the way because we don't need to do this. I could see that right fore wasn't working correctly. So I changed up. I give her another different set of 3 exercises that actually isn't, and we haven't even really focused on the back at all, have we, when we're working on her? And then we could see that the changes. So we take photographs every time because it gives us a diary of how she's going, how she's coping. So when we do talk about the middle of the back, it's the last place that it's the last place I work on because I want to get everything else right first. Because there is mobility, but you know, we want these junctions working correctly so then it can support the back. And often kissing spine horses will find it hard to lift up into the back, and again, it may not be anything else, but there is scar tissue stopping it. So yeah, so that's just a little about the middle part, and a horse that we're rehabbing for Kiss and Spine, who's doing really well, by the way. So that's it.